Welcome, everybody, again to episode 5 of the Co-op Talk podcast. Today's guest is Tito, and we have a few PSAs. I want to give a PSA about air. Air. It's much better, fresh, cold, or warm. If it's not clear, it can make you sick. Animals, trees, insects, and plants use it too. What is it? It's air. That substance that none of us can live without. The National Wildlife Federation is doing its part in America's quest for a healthy environment. You can too. Don't pollute the environment. Our survival is at stake. And I also want to talk a little bit about the Americans for the Arts. There's just not enough art in our schools. Right, Tito? Right?
I completely agree.
No wonder people think Louis Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon. It's a long way from It's a long way from the Apollo Theater to the Apollo program. But for Louis Armstrong, giant leaps for mankind were simply a matter of course. For more information about the benefits of arts education, please visit the AmericansForArts.org. Just like great Louis Armstrong, all you need is a little brass. Art, ask for more. Hi, Monica. We have our first guest in the chat as we are back here with Tito once again.
Hello, hello.
Monica, is Winston there? Let us know. We care so much about our pets.
We care about Winston. This
We
is true.
care about Winston the Corgi. I call her Winston T. Corgi. Winston the Corgi.
I like it.
Get out of here, you war beast. Get off my porch.
There's a chest to your right.
Ooh, is there? So... Oh, I almost, fell off. Are you... Where is it? Oh, it's right behind me. Excellent.
A boss spawned.
A boss spawned right near you? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have been shooting at them. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was random spawn.
I'm gonna break that shield. Okay. So... A lot has happened. Oh, wow, I already died in one hit. Okay.
Oh.
So a lot's happened in the past, 3 months since you've been on the show?
Yeah. Yep.
3 months about. And my first thing on deck... You don't have to get too into details, but congratulations on the engagement.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's my first thing on the list. And what... I don't know if you want to talk about what that's like, people don't know that, we've been friends for so long, and also Nicole.
Yeah.
Been friends with her for a long time, both of you guys.
Excuse me one moment, please. Sorry.
Alright, we can get into it later. I'll just fight these idiots here. What happened to them? They all ran away. Weird. Huh, they were scared of us. But yeah, we can, Ooh, I want to pick up this gear. What is this? Where'd everyone go? Hello?
Hey, sorry.
Oh, hey.
So,
Yeah.
those bosses that spawn
Yeah.
minions. So, if we kill the boss or the boss despawns, the minions will despawn with them. So, or if it's a public event or anything like that.
So it died and then they disappeared.
Correct.
Awesome.
Correct.
So what you're saying is we're badasses.
We're pretty much badasses, yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Shot you right in the crotch.
So,
Okay.
Nicole,
Yeah.
I am tuning her into the podcast, came downstairs and asking what was going on. It's like, yeah, I'm just trying to get a little bit quiet so I can do the podcasting. And I gave her the link, so maybe she'll tune in for a little bit.
Sweet.
But as I was saying, I did propose to Nicole.
Yes.
Recently, like on November 15th. His boss.
And what's significant about that time?
Oh, it was 10 years, man. 10 long years.
10 years.
I've been with Nicole for 10 years. You know what that means, Jake? I've known you for what, 14 years?
Dude, yes. You've known me since ninth grade.
Yeah, so that
I want to say 2002.
2002.
15
2002.
damn years.
That's intense.
Wow.
And you met Nicole shortly after us graduating, so you met her in 2006, 2007?
Seven. My spring semester of my freshman year of college.
That is massive. That is crazy.
It's crazy, man. Like, yeah, I met both of you completely different times, and boom, you're together. That's it. Engaging.
That is it.
But what's like what do you think? When did you really feel like you knew Nicole, like everything? You know what I mean? Like inside and out. This is like the person. You know.
I still don't know her inside and out. Maybe that's why I want to marry her, because I very desperately want to know her inside and out.
And it's like never the same. Like it's not always like you don't know her. She's unpredictable. Like it keeps things fresh.
Exactly.
That you don't know every single thing.
Yeah, you know, it's nice to have someone who just always has my back, and just it's a feeling. It's really hard to describe. You know, and I never, you know, it's not something that you can easily just replicate with just anybody. So I couldn't be happier. You know, she couldn't be happier.
That's awesome, man.
And looking forward to it. You know, no date set yet though. We have no idea what's going on. It's really stressful.
Yeah, I can only imagine planning a wedding and everything.
We're working on it. You know, we're trying to do it on a budget and with no help. You know, so I've never done it before.
Hey, you want to do it your way, right?
Exactly.
On your terms.
There's a lost sector here if you'd like to.
Oh shoot! Yes.
Do it.
How'd you do that slide again?
So when you're sprinting, if you tap crouch, which is for me, it's circle. Yeah,
okay. Slide. All right. So it keeps things fresh that you don't like know every single thing all the time about her. Like she's not predictable, like in every sense, and you still have a lot to learn about each other.
Of course, you know, she's always surprising me, and I mean, I know the basics, what she likes, what she doesn't like, and all that stuff, and, you know.
So when did you like, okay, so maybe not going that extreme as in knowing every single thing or inside and out, but like, when were you like, you know, she's the one? You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Hard to say, right? I mean, it's easy to say, yeah, she's the one, and it's completely different to actually act on it.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, I've definitely felt like she was the one for a long time. And it probably could have proposed a long time ago, but it's interesting that it worked out the way it did. Right?
Yeah.
My whole life, or at least my whole time knowing her, I pretty much had some really odd jobs, right? I mean, working third shift and living together made it really difficult. You know, I felt like I never really got the opportunity to know her more than I didn't really get the opportunity to know her because I could never see her. You know? spent most of my time working during nights. She was working during the days, and now that that's changed, I have more than enough opportunity to just move on to the next chapter in our lives, and I think that's what we need.
That's kind of like what pushed you, what kind of motivated you more lately?
It's not what motivated me, but it definitely allowed me to see clearly that, you know, if I couldn't see it before, I could definitely see it now that she is the one.
It kind of solidified it then.
Yeah, you know, like I being able to actually spend time with her just made it that much more special.
So that's great, man. Like
yeah.
things were never gonna go a different way. You know what I mean? Like this is how it was meant to be.
Right.
And it's the right time. That's it.
For better or worse, right? I mean, it got rough for a while. Just working third shift. I'm pretty confident I'm never gonna be able to do that again in my life.
Yeah.
Both physically and just mentally, it's draining.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. I'm excited. I am excited.
That is amazing. And it's been great to see, like, just the whole growth, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, I'm just an outsider. I'm right in front of you. I'm just an outsider, but, like, I've literally, you know, I feel like I've just, I've been, like, spectating the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
we've all just kind of been seeing you guys grow together.
It's definitely more than spectating, though. Like, you guys all definitely had, everybody had their own roles in our relationship. And it was a great journey up until now. I couldn't be happier. You know, she's got such a good set of friends, as do I, and it's good to see that everybody can get along and things are going well. I can't complain. You know.
Like, a lot of people have grown up, you know?
Yeah.
Grown up together.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just very impressed by this shadow effect, by the way, on the wall. Wow.
Yeah. From the light emitting behind us.
Yeah,
really
I'm
cool.
just gonna take a minute to appreciate that, because that's pretty amazing.
I wonder how the PC version is
Oh, yeah, it
is
must be
affected
incredible.
graphically. Yeah.
But this is a crazy game to have for a free trial, and that was my segue was what are your thoughts on all these free trials, man? They're popping up every weekend. I can't keep track.
I know. There's so many this weekend. There's like what 3 different fighting games, right? There's Fighting Layer EX on Sunday, which if you don't know what that is, there was Street Fighter EX way back when. That company Arika is coming out with a game, and they have a beta test on Sunday, and Monster Hunter's coming out with a beta on Saturday.
Yes, right.
Up for preload. I have to go download that before
shoot.
the podcast is over.
Absolutely.
And just there's so many things. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Destiny 2 is the whole month long. It's a free trial. It's crazy. It's crazy. The Division.
Yeah, The Division. Right. I got that email. I'm like, Tito, Division, free this weekend as well. Crazy.
I know.
Too many freaking games right now. Like, what do you think about it, man? Like, is this the future? Free trials are like the new thing, man? Is this the way things are going to go?
It's funny how that works, right? I mean, there's different trials for different reasons, like these other betas that we're getting, I wouldn't really call them free trials. It's definitely more for the developers to get, you know, the feedback they need for the game's release, like, you know, Monster Hunter and all that is expected to release 2018. For them, it's super important to get the those trials out there, you know. And Destiny, how long has it been out for? Like 4 months, right? 3-4 months, something along those lines.
Around there, I'd say, right? Like,
yeah.
Just a
For
few?
them, it's more, it's definitely convenient to do a trial during the holiday season, no doubt about it. Um, I approve though. I approve. The division's been out for such a long time, and they're still putting some love into that. Like they just had a really big patch recently, so
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
very happy. Yeah, because I that is it's a great game.
I still want to get into it, man.
Yeah, I got into it really late, and everything has been great ever since I got into it. Unfortunately, I missed out on all the hubbub about why the game was bad and stuff. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I waited so long to get into it.
Yeah, because they've taken a lot of time to correct things.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like Battleborn. I mean, I played Battleborn since release, but they've been really, really putting love into Battleborn, and unfortunately, it's too late for them.
Yeah.
I don't think they're not going to be getting a fan following anytime soon, unfortunately.
No.
But that is a game that is near and dear to my heart. I do very much enjoy every aspect of that game. PvP, story, the DLCs are all great, packed with content and unlockables. Unlockables, right? That's changed with all these downloadable content and stuff like that, and
Sure.
it's nice to actually have a game where you can actually unlock content just by playing. Battleborn definitely gives you that feeling. I've never really been into first-person shooters, but oof, feels great.
Yeah, and this game actually is.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
this game.
Yeah.
I have some problems with it. I mean, it's nowhere near my perfect game, but I'm loving it, man. I'm truly loving it.
I was gonna say, what do you like about Destiny 2? And
Destiny
comparing
2.
and contrasting this to the first one and this and that. Like, what's good? What's good about this game?
It just feels right. I don't know how to explain. Like the controls are great.
They are.
The classes all feel very unique. Like you've only played as the hunter, and you probably tried something in the beta testing. But,
Oh yeah, I tried all three. I think in the beta.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all feel entirely different, and they feel very well thought out.
Hey, John's in the chat, by the way.
Yeah?
Yep.
That guy. If only he had a PS4 so he could join us, but...
Yeah, if only.
If only. But, Destiny 2 just feels right. Like I said, stated earlier, I didn't get into first-person shooters until much, much later in my life. And I want to say that the first fully fledged first-person shooter that I played was in fact Borderlands, and I'm craving it.
Great game.
Craving it.
This is
Great
very
series.
close to that too.
It feels like it, Destiny 1 felt like it was just missing something, and this is just like the bridge between just Halo and Borderlands. It feels right. Definitely feels right. Halo's another game that I did play. I never owned it.
Oh, I never played those. Yeah, I didn't have an Xbox until like I was almost out of high school, and I was mostly a PlayStation 2 guy.
Right. Yeah. No, my cousins all had Halo, and I used to go over during the holidays and just play and get my ass whooped. So, and John and all them, like when I met them in high school, we would play Call of Duty for a little bit. And we played that one stage that had a train, like a broken down train, and like we played all shotguns and knives, and it was miserable. If I wasn't on John's team, I just pretty much lost. So.
Because he's a shotgun master.
He is a shotgun queen.
He just, amazing. Yeah, he just rushes, man.
He's so aggressive. And
it's great.
Actually, I actually have some Destiny 1 footage of, me and John taking some time to unlock some stuff in the Iron Banner for Destiny 1. And I had this shotgun that the special ability was that the slide distance was increased, and if you hit somebody with your slide, it would like pop them up.
Oh.
He would just constantly just sprint, pop people up, and just bam right in the face, and it was actually really funny to see. Good clip, good clip.
Damn, man. Dirty, John. Dirty. He said queen of the shotguns.
Queen of the shotgun.
I guess Monica left.
Yeah?
She said goodnight, but who's watching right now? Anybody watching? I know John's here. Is Moonbeam here? Who is that?
Moonbeam
is that Nicole?
My fiance, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me for a moment.
All right. So while he takes a break, I'll read another PSA. Above the influence. I thought I respected myself. That is, until I saw myself get high. It's just an ugly side of myself that I didn't recognize. This is a PSA. We're reading right on the podcast. Let's see. I should be more serious about them, but, you know, because they're actually pretty bad. How do kids get alcohol? From legal-age friends and even siblings. Talk with your kids and get a free copy of Let's Keep Talking, a MillerBrewing.com live responsibly, Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Never provide alcohol to a minor. Think through it. Don't do it. A message from the Connecticut Attorney General's office and the Office of Traffic Safety. You back? Oh, I thought you would be back.
Sorry, I am, yeah. It was just, I had my mic muted.
Okay. I'm giving PSAs.
I heard. I heard. But,
Oh, man. So...
yeah, so...
continue about what you like about Destiny 2 if you want.
Yeah, I generally try not to buy games at full price.
Yeah.
And Destiny 2 was one of the games where I missed out on the beta. I happened to need a new PlayStation. So I sold my old one, fixed up, or rather, I fixed up the old one, sold it. It is a public event. Then got a new one, and I coincidentally got the one that came with Destiny 2.
Yeah.
And I would have, other than that, I would have never bought Destiny 2 full price because I judge my games based on can I get my money's worth, right?
Yeah.
I try not to splurge on games that I feel like I'm just gonna play once or twice and just move on.
Yeah.
That being said, I divide my games into many categories. Is the single player fun? Is the multiplayer fun? If there isn't any multiplayer aspects, is there any end game content? Like after I beat the game, can I still play for some, you know, jolly cooperation or whatever it is that I may need?
Like extra.
Yeah, you know, can I get $60 full worth or plus DLC? You know.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I mean, if you really take Destiny 2 and divide it into chunks, into little bits and pieces, it's got a lot to offer for everyone. It's got the story, if you're into sci-fi and all that. It's got the multiplayer versus it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is some heavy sci-fi, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not too deep into the story. I did play through it a second time and actually kind of dissected it, and I liked it. I did
So
like.
you already beat the story of this?
I did on a different character, on a Titan.
Oh, okay.
I
What'd
have
you think of
not,
it?
but I kind of. So this what I think of the story.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention on my first run through.
Oh, I
So
see.
the one dilemma that I had is that my friends rushed me to say, you know, get to end game so we can do some raids and do this and we can PvP and do all these things, and they kind of abandoned me. So I'm stuck playing this game by myself.
I
Aside
see.
from a buddy of mine, Tin. Tin occasionally plays, but he's like really low level. I think you passed him by now. But yeah. So I got rushed, and they kind of like grouped up with me and like did all the final missions, but we kind of sucked because I had no idea what was going on. I was just killing things as they came to me. And on my second playthrough with my hunter, I'm trying to spend a little bit more time dissecting the story, and so far so good. I'm enjoying it.
This is your second time through?
Yeah, that was my second time through. Right now, the character I'm currently using is my solo character, which I spend more or less just time exploring and just doing fun things here and there. Nothing too serious. Ooh, what's going on?
I'm supercharged, baby.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There we go. Event's
Retreat.
over, so.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, attack.
Yeah, just in general, like I feel like I'm gonna get my money's worth, and I'm glad that I did pick up this version of the PS4. And Destiny 2 didn't have that. Destiny 1 did not have that. Destiny 1 felt very empty. It was just go to this objective. Okay, done. Your character's weak. All right, go to the moon and just farm for like shards or whatever. Okay, you have enough shards. Okay, upgrade your character. Progress the story some more.
Kind of like what I was saying to you last night. They did a great job about creating a living world that you can do a lot in.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think they're even better than Borderlands 2 in that regard.
Yeah. Borderlands 2 is a little bit. I mean, I personally feel like Borderlands 2 had a better story, a better world.
I mean, it's a hilarious game too.
Right.
That helps.
I kind of put Borderlands on a pedestal just because, like I said, that was my first shooting game that I played both solo and with friends. So I do hold it in high regard. But this game, man, this Destiny 2, not Destiny 1. Destiny 2 definitely just did a good job. I kind of wish there was more character customization options, but I am enjoying it so far.
So, what are your thoughts? Because we've been talking about this, like they're giving this free trial and this and that. So,
there's a treasure chest in here, by the way. Sorry.
What are the thoughts on this having like a lower player base right now, and like people leaving it and this and that? Like I know I watched a guy. He's mostly a Call of Duty commentator, but he actually got into the first Destiny a lot and actually uploaded it too. But he said he quit. He quit Destiny 2 after like a month, not even maybe. He said he's done. And like I don't know what it is exactly. He hasn't talked about it.
So from what I'm understanding, and this is my problem with Destiny 1 and Destiny players in general, it's fatigue. They burn themselves out, right? There's so many aspects to this game, but everyone's in such a rush to just say, quick, let's get to high level so we can go and enjoy the raid. And once you finish the raid, there's nothing left, right? You've done everything you could on the raid. If you wanted to, you could do it with multiple characters, but it doesn't change the fact that you are done. You've done everything you can do. well, in your eyes, right? I personally feel like
Yeah.
there's more uh, player versus player options is always changing
Oh, it was
because
fun
there's
too, by the way.
yeah, you know, there's weekly events. There's that Zer fella that I was talking about who shows up on the weekends. Um,
Sure.
and there's so many different options. And if you get bored of one character, you switch to another character. If you get bored of that class, you switch to a different subclass. And
Yeah.
it always feels different.
And that's kind of how I've known you to play. Like me, I tend to
Yeah,
be a person who sticks too much to one character, admittedly. Like
yeah,
Borderlands 2, it took me almost a year maybe to move on and start using the Zero, is it?
zero, yeah,
Like I start like to move on to different characters just to get like I was just trying to get the trophies mainly, but it I don't know. I tend to stick, whereas you tend to spread out, and this is the perfect game for someone like you, who likes
yeah.
to
You
spread
know,
out and try everyone else.
definitely, definitely. And understand, I don't have a max powered character. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just really taking my time and just
Ah.
playing when I can, slowly just uh, crawling up to where I need to be. That's all. I'm in no rush to finish the game because then I will burn myself out just like everybody else has. You know.
Yeah, you're right,
So
man. Like even in like in Borderlands, because we keep like comparing the two. It's like in Borderlands 2, and it's a good comparison, but
yeah, it
in
is.
Borderlands 2, it's like I still didn't. I don't think I maxed out for like a long time. Like you said, I took my time. I enjoyed the game. I loved every minute of it. I tried to complete every single mission. Like
Yeah.
really got into the DLC as well. It was good DLC, man, for that game too.
Oh yeah. It was
So
great.
John,
It was
here's some. He's chiming in a little bit. He said, "I'm surprised. I heard the DLC was good, but not much else." And he said that he's like me, I guess, and with fighting games, he said character loyalty. Only recently I started expanding, and
yeah.
that's a hole that I start to get in, like a comfort zone with a certain character. You
And
know?
make no mistake, like I definitely have my favorites. I I I mean like I actually gravitate towards the the Titan. Oh, what the heck is that class called? The subclass, but the Arc subclass for Titan, Striker,
Yeah.
the Striker. That is in fact my favorite class in just this entire game, and in Destiny 1 too. I loved using that class, and but there also comes a time where again while I do have like a fairly large uh, pool of games to choose from to play, I'm just trying to get my money's worth. You know, trying to justify the idea of spending $60. $60 is it's not chump change.
No.
You know, it's if you compare it for a lot of people, it's a few hours of work. That's half of your work day.
You could
You
see
can really,
five movies with $60. So is this five movies
yeah,
worth?
exactly.
You
You
know?
know, it's like if you do retail or something like that, you sit there and listen to Christmas jingles for 4 hours just to play Destiny.
Yeah, to pay for Destiny. See,
If
back
you're not
then,
gonna,
in those
mhm,
days, I only pre-ordered brand new Borderlands 2 and The Last of Us. And those are
Last
definitely
of Us,
way over $60 I got out of them.
right?
You know, great
Even
games,
Uncharted
great
4.
investments. And Uncharted
Uncharted
4,
4,
oof,
hmm that was
definitely.
free and pumped your hours into it, you know?
Oh, hell yeah.
Or I don't know. I don't know if it was free. Like I don't know if you got it with the PS4 bundle or not.
Yeah, my parents
Um,
got it for me.
yeah, you know, it's a great deal. I mean,
And you
like
saw that, man.
that's
I
a
didn't
game
even want to
for
move on
hours.
to another game. You were like, "Can I suggest Alien Isolation?" And you're
Alien
like,
Isolation,
I was like,
yeah,
"Hell yeah!" That was like the first game that I really played hardcore after Uncharted.
yeah. And I play Alien Isolation every Halloween, pretty much, or every time I don't really have that many scary games aside from Resident Evil, or I
Yeah.
say scary, but any horror, thriller, suspense games. I
Oh,
don't have much, so
Isolation is like the scariest game I've probably played. I'll say.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Oh, John says, I rationalize it as this. If you put 30 hours into, you got your money's worth.
Yes and no, right? Yes and no. I definitely want a little bit more money. I mean, I'm trying to squeeze out as much as I can out of it, right? I don't like supporting companies like GameStop. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. I don't like supporting GameStop. I don't like supporting game trading and all that stuff. I mean, it only really hurts the developers, right? I mean, they don't get anything from it. The game.
No, resell? No, they don't. They don't.
So I mean, I want to support the developers. You know, I bought the game. That's it. It's in my inventory. If I want to go up and just play it in the future, I can. And if I don't want to play it in the future, that means I just bought the wrong game. That's all. Like,
yeah.
Even to this day, like John and I were talking about this game called Battle Fantasia.
I've heard of that.
I bought it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's a fighting game. I bought it twice. I had it for the PlayStation 3, and then I bought it for the PC that came out in the future. And despite the fact that I haven't really dissected the game and like, done all this, the story and all this extra stuff, the fact that years and years later I can just pick it up and just play it, that tells you something. That's a sign of a good game.
That was definitely worth the money.
Yeah, exactly. And I only got that for the PS3. It was a budgeted game for $30. That's what it released for. I got my $30 worth, and for the PC, I got it for only $10. It was on like a Steam sale.
Excellent.
So, yeah, again, like, you know, I spent less than a full game's worth, and I enjoy it. You know, I've made a lot of bad investments as well. Make no mistake. Like, I've had some games where my friends would say, you know, buy this game, but the way people work now is kind of just play it. If it's not hot news, move on.
Yeah, like they play when the hype is there, basically.
Right. So like Diablo 3, for instance. I bought Diablo 3 much later on in its life cycle. And I was playing it for me, you know. But again, it would help to have a foursome, a full group of people to play with. Oh, there is somebody right behind me. But again, I got it at a budgeted price. But nobody's playing it, you know? Nobody's playing it at all. And they came out with an expansion recently, and all of a sudden everybody's playing it again. Well, that's not really fair. I mean, if you like the game, you shouldn't have to wait for a DLC to have an excuse to play it. You know?
John said that's buyer's remorse.
Buyer's remorse, yeah.
Regret it.
I've got a lot of that, trust me.
Let's
see.
see.
A lot of games with friends. Like, actually, I think the last time you had me on your podcast, I was hyping up Injustice 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I haven't played it as of late, but I still very, very much like... Actually, well, I did play it last week with Christian, my cousin. Hey, did you pass by the treasure chest by chance? Did we kill the boss yet or no?
I did this last night. I think we have to go through this tunnel still.
Okay, I haven't done this one yet. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, like Injustice 2, like just the story alone. I loved the story of that game. It sucks again. Nobody wants to play a fighting game alone, and it is online, but you know, there's only so much enjoyment you can get out of that. There's a little bit of buyer's remorse with that, but that was my own buyer's remorse. I'm a sucker, really. I bought Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I ended up abandoning it. It would have really just kind of hurt.
Oh yeah, because you kind of bought that, and you know, that was a time when everyone was like back and forth with it.
Right. And I'm feeling like I'm getting my money's worth, because I mean, there's still new characters coming out, and I'm still enjoying it, so I can't complain. I may have to, I know, I never really, there's certain franchises that I never have a problem with that. Like, Monster Hunter is one of them. And, I'm
Yeah.
very much looking forward to that game.
Me too, man.
I know the end game is just, it's always massive. There's always something to do. And that's what I'm looking for most of the time.
We can crank in a lot of hours on that.
Yeah. And I believe this game to has that same potential. The only problem with it is that in Destiny 1, my one issue was the way that they handled the DLC, right? If you did not have the DLC, you were left behind. All of your weapons were obsolete, the armor, same thing.
Yeah.
Hi.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. It had less to do with the armors and stuff like that, and more to do with value. Its values, your attack. You were just left in the dust. It destroyed you if you didn't have the DLC. And you could actually power up your old gear. You couldn't do it.
Hello? Connection quality is bad. Oh, crap. It might actually cut out.
Is it snowing?
I don't know. I have no clue.